Saint Teresa of Ávila and the Interior Castle, a journey of prayer and enlightenment. 1. Saint Teresa of Ávila, the mystic nun. Saint Teresa of Ávila, 1515 to 1582, was a Carmelite nun, mystic, and one of the most influential figures in Catholicism. She not only lived a life of deep prayer and contemplation, but also wrote extensively on spiritual life. Her most famous work, The Interior Castle, describes prayer as a profound inward journey, leading the soul closer to God. She believed that the act of prayer was not just about speaking words, but about achieving a deep spiritual connection with the divine. In her book, she compared the soul to a magnificent castle with many mansions, each representing a different stage of spiritual growth. 2. The Interior Castle, a symbol of the spiritual journey. Saint Teresa envisioned the soul as a luminous crystal castle with multiple rooms and levels. To reach the innermost chamber where God resides, one must go through a process of purification, contemplation, and deep prayer. She divided this journey into 7 mansions, or 7 castles, symbolizing different levels of spiritual development. First mansion, awakening. The soul begins to recognize God's presence and embarks on the spiritual journey. This is a phase of repentance, humility, and a desire to seek the truth. Second mansion, inner struggle. The soul becomes aware of temptations, distractions, and old habits that hinder spiritual progress. It requires willpower and perseverance in prayer. Third mansion, detachment and surrender. The soul learns to let go of ego, control desires, and fully surrender to God's will. Prayer is no longer just about asking for blessings, but about opening oneself to God's guidance. Fourth mansion, deep prayer. The soul begins to experience God's presence more profoundly. This phase may include spiritual challenges, but also signals significant growth. Fifth mansion, union with God. This is the stage of contemplative prayer, where the soul feels God's love and guidance. The person becomes less self-centered and more devoted to serving others. Sixth mansion, spiritual communion. The soul reaches a state of complete alignment with God's will. Mystical experiences, visions, or revelations may occur. Seventh mansion, divine union. This is the pinnacle of the spiritual journey, where the soul is fully united with God in love. The individual becomes a vessel of divine grace, bringing peace and light to the world. 3. Lessons from the Interior Castle. Checkmark prayer is not just talking to God, it is also listening to Him. Spiritual growth is a journey, not an instant transformation. Temptations and struggles are essential for spiritual maturity. By quieting the mind and turning inward,